Alright, so this here is Silpheed, the Sega CD. We played this for 3 hours already, and we have a save state where we left off last time, which we will continue from right here. We're currently at stage 11. We've got 2 continues left, trying to make it through this. But this stage was so damn hard. And the boss afterwards was even dumber. This stage is really damn cool though. I love the graphics of this game. The reason why I'm not using my shield here, I thought of it like from last time I played. I should probably try to save up on as much shield as possible so that I can, because there's a full heal coming up here, or full repair, which I can leverage and save as much shield usage as possible. Wait, what hit me? I hate this part though. I should probably use the shield there. So here we're actually in pretty good shape. Now we're just gonna sit in this lower left corner here for this boss fight. Because the real boss fight comes afterwards. This one is just a phony. Here comes the final boss now. This is where I thought I GG'd last time we played it. I was so happy. Turns out there's one more fight. And this one is hella hard. Mostly because I never really got any far in it. I don't really know.
Okay, boys, we're going in.
I don't really know what to do in the long run. I just know the pattern the first few shots. I gotta hit this red zone here. And then when the camera pans left, we're gonna move left. We'll move right. We'll move left. Or right, I mean. We should have moved. Oh shit, that's the same pattern again. Oh shit, it shoots straight through the shield. I actually thought this shield would make some kind of difference. I don't know if this thing does absorb some hits. It doesn't seem like it. I guess it does absorb hits from these kinds of things though. Ridiculous, really.
Game over.
Really ridiculous. Kind of have to go with the EMDS. I feel. Because otherwise I won't have any health for the last boss. Now we're gonna do all of stage 11 over. Which sucks. Ridiculous.
The main target is the inside core block.
It just feels so unfair that you have to do this all over again. Like I can see where they come from, because all the other stages you've had to do over if you die at the actual boss of the stage. But like that stage's boss is so different from the others. I kinda wish they gave you a pass. I don't know how to dodge some of these because it moves so fast. And these, so moving around these cubes here is really hard as well. Because it's really hard to know where their hitbox is actually going to be. This is what I mostly have the shield for. It's actually to get through this one without taking too much damage. I just wish there was a faster way through this part. Because this feels kind of unnecessary once you've done it. Like, you know, kind of get the trick here. Since you're not dealing actual damage to anything, it doesn't really matter that this cutscene is so long. Because that's really all there is. It's just a cutscene. I got this, you think? This boss is hella hard. Hey, I'm doing pretty fine, I'd say. I know I'm struggling a bit with this one, but we're doing our best. The dodges. Man, that one is... Where is there even an opening on that thing? Oh shit, it's this button again. Happening? What? Was I too slow? God damn it, that was my last continue. Oh. I don't know. Is it a damage race? What do you do there? Damn, this game was released in '93.
Battle station, unidentified spacecraft inbound from Delta.
That's hella impressive.
Number unknown, but increasing. All Silpheed squadrons scramble immediately. Repeat, scramble now. Squadron 207, scramble now. Rendezvous with squadrons 279 and 333. Take position for intercept mission. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Those random pods that the final boss just launches at you, those are hard to dodge. They're really hard to dodge. Because you don't really have the time to react, but they appear. It's so unfortunate.
Intercept systems to emergency code.
It's so unfortunate that they don't keep this like talking up throughout the entire game. Because I think it's really, I really like it. When the ships like are chatting with one another. And I get that's not like the focus of the game, but I really, really like it. These first two stages are so graphically impressive with everything that's happening in the background. They really like front load the experience in this game.
Bill 8 in action.
There's nothing wrong with doing that. I often actually think it's pretty good to front load the experience. Because you gotta get people's interest early on. And front loading is usually the better way of doing that. Like if someone just tries it out at a store or something, and this is what you see, and you're sold. I got hit a bit too much, but it was still pretty good. We want to get out with at least 50k points here.
In the year of 3076, an unmanned Solar Space Force fleet suddenly started to attack the colony planets. The Greason system, the central photon computer that integrates and controls the whole galaxy network on the mother planet, Earth, was network jacked by an unknown terrorist group. The leader of the terrorists solemnly introduced himself as Zakarte. The survivors of the Galaxy Union and the colony planet's fleet assembled all their forces to strike at Zakarte. 64 light years lay across their way to the solar system. After drastic restructuring and the addition of reinforcements to the tactical fighter spacecraft, the SA-77 Silpheed, their last resort, the remaining fleet began the counterattack. Their destination? The mother planet, Earth.
It's also pretty the story is, it's an interesting that they have a story, but it's like it never comes up anymore.
This journey is turning out better than I thought. Not that I had any doubts.
Yeah, we're counterattacking Earth. How you doing, Yay?
It's a science.
So this is one of those stages there's a couple of stages I don't really like. It's this stage 2, stage 4, and then I think it's stage 9, which is also in an asteroid field. Because these asteroid field stages are so... It's hard to determine which foreground and background. You often like crash into stuff without really knowing that you're going to. It just feels a bit cheap whenever it happens. mean, it's perfectly fine here. When they actually communicate what's going to happen. It's all the other times. You just gotta keep your eyes so far up on, against the horizon to be able to anticipate what might hit you. Oh yeah, this is the arrow ship. There you go. I've added more fields to the log, so we have red head, blue head, and green head. What? Apparently. I was so close to 10k, that would have given me another sub-weapon. I don't like how they distribute weapons in this game, I really don't. This stage is really cool, up until the boss fight, which is freaking ridiculous. But like all the big ships that fly past, it's so damn cool. But the boss fight gauntlet is just too long. God damn it. Evening, Frush. Damn it. These white missile projectiles that you see every now and then, they are really hard to dodge because they're so much faster than every other projectile in the game. That's what makes it so hard to dodge them. This is the boss gauntlet I'm talking of. I don't know how many times I've died here. It's taking a lot of practice to be able to do this part. Just do it like half decently. No, it's not a... this is the 93 release, it's not the 86 release. If this was the 86 release, it would have been stupidly good. I want the EMDS. Which stage is this? Oh yeah, we do. The PC Corona. So this stage is so damn impressive, like visual. The visuals on this stage is so cool. With how you're flying across this base below you. And all the pillars you need to dodge and the lasers. I mean, it's so damn cool, but oh, it's so annoying at the same time. This is probably the hardest stage in the game, actually. In my opinion.
Watch out for the cannon. Watch out for the cannon. Proceed with caution.
I can understand why, Frush. I mean, the virus is pretty not dangerous to young and healthy people, but still, like, it's. I understand why it's a bit scary.
Approaching. Attack and destroy.
Yeah, that's important. Don't just go to a doctor. Call the health numbers instead. Shit. Got him. That boss you kinda have to burst down, because this boss stage gets worse and worse. With all the pillars that stick up on the ground. It becomes really, really difficult after a while. Stage 5. This is the hyperspace stage. I think you want this for this one? But look at it like this. If you get sick now with like a cold and you stay home, you might dodge the actual disease from it. Because you don't go out and then get the nastier version. So you might get lucky, Frush.
Hey men, take up from the rear. Roger.
Coming bugger from the rear. Drop altitude. The hyperspace part is so cool. I love it how they make the UI start shaking and everything. What makes this stage kind of difficult is that there's not a single repair item throughout the entire stage. Ah, shit. I forget about this part. Where stuff just randomly shoots in at you. Thankfully the stage is pretty short, if I recall correctly. Oh shit, this is bad though. I'm already beat up pretty bad here. Yeah, and this part, where the ships just randomly appear on you, is hard because you can't really dodge it perfectly. I don't remember the ball. Oh, it's the fire pooping boss.
Approaching. Attack and destroy.
The fire pooper. So this boss is fairly easy, but it's very random, so it's hard at times to dodge it. Oh, agent failure. Give it all we got. Fire the missiles. No. Shit. I think I did pick the wrong weapons though. We won't. Unfortunately, I don't have the double auto. Graviton. The photon. I think I want the photon. When you have the double auto aimer, that's like my favorite weapon setup. We will have it after this stage, because that like tracks enemies as they move about. Now we only have one auto, so we'll only follow people on the left side. But it's still better than nothing. Should probably use these much more. And this is the fanner. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be in front of an enemy to fire the photon torpedoes. But the photon torpedoes only... They're homing, but they only home in on enemies forward. So I usually have the shield on this stage, not on the previous one. I think that's what made the previous stage so easy. And that's what's making this stage so hard. So this boss we're actually gonna fight many times through the game. It keeps returning. Poops fire on us. Ah, shit, that was bad. Get him! What makes him difficult is the amount of... like most of the stages has some kind of support item. This one has nothing. Which makes it pretty difficult. Try something else. Another setup. It's hard to know how long this virus protection period is actually gonna last. I have no idea how long this actually might last for. Like, I have absolutely no concept of it. I hate these mini ships though. I think I got pretty unlucky with my weapon setup that I didn't get the double auto aimer, because that helps immensely on this stage. hate these mini ships. I really, really hate them. It's just too much. They're everywhere. God damn it. I don't get why this stage doesn't have any healing items at all, really. Every other stage has at least a couple, but this stage just has none. Voting is open, everyone. Shall we continue to play Silpheed? Get your votes in.
Game over.
Get your votes in. Exclamation mark yes if you want to see more. Exclamation mark no if you've had enough. Or use those nice emotes, those of you that got them. I figured you meant with the most. Yeah, exactly. Look like a raisin by now. As long as you have a proper, like, rehydration, they call it, rehydrant, whatever the actual name is for it, you know what I mean though, then I think it's usually fine. Take a super long bath. Man, support for this game really dropped since last stream. Last stream it was unanimous yes votes. Man, the channel you have to move is so damn small on this stage. It often looks like you're able to dodge them like by going a little bit further to the side, but like you can't go further than this. Look over here, it's like oh well, she's out. I can understand why though. It's lasted a long time. Got to last boss but died repeatedly. So this is an impressive game. Like, it sure is an impressive game. The graphics and the music, the graphics are amazing for the time. They really capture the action and they really capture the feeling of fighting in full 3D, even though it is a rail shooter at core. The music I don't know how they did this, but I suspect they mix FMV with the 3D collision map somehow. Music is also really good. And the combat is mostly really well done. A few stages are a bit too hard though. The last stage is kinda too long. Still, a really good shmup. A really, really good one. Really, really good one. Is it really good or a really good? Or very good? I am very impressed by this game. I think I want to give it a very good. Even though I at times I was salty. Because I am not very good at shmups.